welcome to another special episode of XenoChat. I'm one of the hosts, Tyler, along with Justin.
Hey everyone.
Alright, we got a bunch of returning faces today. First of all, we have Mary.
Hello.
And Nick.
Hi.
Returning from our Cosmos episode is Chris.
Hi.
And making a appearance for the first time since our Katsucon episode is Jessi.
Hello, hello.
Alright, this is going to be another episode of our little mini-series where we focus on Monolith Soft and Xeno related news. So let's kind of jump right in. First up, we have a bunch of figurine information. We can still, because I know there's a rerun of the Mithra and Pyra figures, and those are still up for pre-order, is that right? Or
Yes, they are in some places. I believe on Right Stuff. You can still get them on Right Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any other places for those. No,
I'm actually finding some on. I'm finding some from Amazon actually.
Oh yeah, Amazon may be another place that I didn't check that one.
I should specify Amazon US.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Amazon GP though. Like that could be an interesting place to check as well. But yes.
And in case you missed it, looks like Cosmos is still available on Ami. Probably won't be available for too long, but if you're fast enough, she can be yours.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's still available.
Such a gorgeous girl.
Also, and the other big figure that is also coming eventually is Melia, and Melia is also available for pre-order on Ami and Right Stuff, possibly on Amazon as well, and Good Smile Company, I believe.
I think the Good Smile one closed.
Oh, the Good Smile one
it.
closed. Okay.
Yep.
Did the Good Smile have the other two though? Like I think
Good Smile had the other two, but both are closed now.
Good Smile still has Mitra and Pyra. And aside from that, I believe we also have the model kits of Xenogears. And these are basically 4 model kits coming together in one box, I believe, maybe. But these are unpainted though, so you need to assemble them and paint them. But it's still interesting that it's coming out, and it should be coming out this month. We're in May, but then again, we're like May 16, and like there's still no news of them being shipped or anything because I pre-ordered them and I still have no news. So. That's usually a sign of might be delayed, so we'll see. But these are still available really for pre-orders. Yeah. They're still available for pre-orders on Ami, and I believe Japan also have them. I don't know if other places have them, but these two do have them. I think that's about it for the figurines. But
yeah, I'll try to supply some links in the show notes when I get done.
Yeah, definitely do. And if you want some more Xeno merch, Ami still has some of the acrylic keychains that they released around the time Definitive Edition came out, and they also have some of the metal Monados available as well. You can still get Dunban, Ryan, Charla, and Ricky. And those are pretty cheap. They're like, Dunban's the most expensive one right now at 320 yen. Ryan, Charla, and Ricky are only 220. So if you're making an order on Ami and you want to just like add something else in there, those are definitely good things to just throw into whatever order you're getting from Ami.
Yeah. So I guess should we move on to the next one?
Well, if you're also looking into other type of merch, Delaney, which is an artist that you might follow on Twitter, is holding a Kickstarter for another set of pins. I will also try to put a link to that in the show notes, but she's got a ton of different pins of characters from Xenogears, Xenosaga, and the Xenoblade games, and it's Kickstarter is doing very well, and probably a bunch of us are going to invest in this after this episode.
They're so cute.
Bye, buddy. They are.
Yeah, this thing is going crazy. There's 27 days to go as of this recording. 45 people have backed it. There's a $500 goal, and they're at 3,151. So that's pretty nuts.
That is awesome.
It is.
I mean, she deserves it. Her work is incredible, and I did get some of her pins from the last one, and I love them. They're so beautiful.
I'm so excited about that junior pin.
Yeah,
Same.
the junior pin looks really good.
Junior and
what else?
Chaos
They
are
have
coming
Laura is going to be there.
The
Jin,
Ziggy one
Hayes,
is
Zeke.
Ziggy one's so cute.
The Ziggy's coming.
The Ziggy one looks really good. Oh, there's a Maria one coming too. Nice.
Yeah,
Maria and Emeralda. Yeah, and like not just a Kickstarter, you can also check out their store at Joy Pendants. They have a lot of really cool stuff there. Some prints, stickers, and pins from non-Xeno series too. Like I know they had some near ones. Oh wow, they have a really cool Chiaki Nanami pin from Danganronpa.
I think I saw an Aegis one as well.
Check them out.
I think I saw one with Aegis from Persona 3 as well in their shop.
Oh, I actually didn't even see that one. Yeah, we could do this whole episode of us just like browsing their store and be like, "Ooh, that looks really cool," or "Oh man, I gotta go buy
Add it
this."
to the list. There we go.
There's a lot to gush about. Just I'm buying stonks and pins.
I will wait after the episode to do this because otherwise I'll be way too distracted.
Yes,
we should do an episode, like a joke episode, where we're just looking for Xeno merch. And just browsing different stores and do it in like real time.
Yes,
I would love that.
And losing all our money in the process.
We need bot on so they can find all the dojins.
How to make a Xeno fan broke in one day.
Somebody did.
Robin would be the king of looking for dojin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There's been a bunch of people pointing me in the direction of some good stuff as far as fan-made Xeno merch, so we could definitely do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving away from merch, and more into Monolith Soft as a whole, they have been continuing to grow a lot. So, recently, well, more like near the end of April, I believe, they put up a listing of 40 new roles in the company, and they're trying to increase from 272 employees to over 300. Now, to put that in perspective, in 2017, they were at 150 employees. So they've been growing super fast, and it's pretty amazing. I'm very proud of them and the work they've done.
I'm so happy for them, to be honest, because I know they had a very difficult path before, and I'm happy that their company is just blooming like crazy like that. It's amazing.
Yeah, they deserve it, honestly, especially with how much they also do on the side, aside from their own projects, getting more staff so they have more manpower behind their own stuff too. Imagine their power in these upcoming years. Like, they managed to make Xenoblade 2 on, like, that tiny of a staff. And they now have the ability to do even more. Love that for them.
Yes, they do.
Yes. Like, it's 2021. Monolith is thriving. I'm so proud of them. And I'm so happy for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I just can't wait to see what comes from them next.
Yeah, because their stuff is always so amazing and like full of passion that like it's always exciting to see what will come up next from them and stuff, and I'm really excited to see what comes up next too.
Disaster Day of Crisis remake. I'm predicting it.
I'll take it. Yeah, it's like
I'll take anything that comes.
It's like a few years ago, I feel like I would have been like, oh, I really want them to make another one of this, but right now I'm just like, let's just see. I'm good with whatever. I'll see what they do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of possible things they might do, a little bit ago, Baten Kaitos, the first one, and Origins was trademarked in Europe, which is very interesting. I mean, it could lead to nothing, but at the same time, Baten Kaitos Origins never went to Europe, so it's like, why are you guys registering that in Europe? So
yeah, it's like suspicious.
Yes, and if people aren't familiar, Baten Kaitos was kind of a series of RPGs that Monolith Soft made for the GameCube, like right after Xenosaga Episode 1. They're RPGs that focus on a card battle system, which is actually probably one of my favorite battle systems, to be honest. It's really fun, fast-paced, and they have gorgeous 2D backgrounds, which you don't see these days. But I would definitely pick up an HD collection or whatever collection if they brought it to current platforms, especially Switch. I would love that.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. I would grab it for sure too.
Oh yeah,
me too. I actually never played Baten Kaitos.
Me either.
I also didn't, and I considered it, but back at that time period, I wasn't able to buy everything as it was coming out on the GameCube.
Actually,
that's fine.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, and I was just gonna say, and I just didn't play a lot of card-based like deck builder RPGs or anything like that. But I'd be willing to definitely give it a shot, especially.
Yeah,
Considering
who made it.
Yeah, I purchased that used back in the day after I'd gotten into Xenosaga. And I did try it out, and it is quite gorgeous and fun. I need to find my copy and dust it off and give it another go.
Nice.
Were you going to say something, Chris?
Oh yeah. I was gonna say one of my friends. I've linked them a few times in here before. Completely knew nothing about Xeno series at all. I finally got them into Xenoblade 2 this last year, and they've been falling in love. After long conversation, come to find out she was a massive fan of Baten Kaitos as a kid, actually. One of her absolute favorite games. So it's funny, this is one of the few times where I've seen someone who's into Monolith, but it's not actually Xeno, and it's like, oh, hi, okay.
Well, that's neat.
So now it's like the reverse, where most people play the Xeno series and then get into that game. I managed to get her into the Xeno series and then find out that that's her favorite game, which is really cool. Makes me want to play it. So I'll dump 60. Nice. I'll pay more for it if they want me to.
I would buy the games again. I'm not gonna lie, I bought the first Baten Kaitos because Monolith Soft. I love Xenosaga. This is gonna be the exact same thing. No, it's not. But it's still really enjoyable. The music is also one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard.
Well, I mean, what soundtrack isn't good from Monolith Soft? It's always so much of a banger.
True. But
legendary attention to detail.
It's by Motoi Sakuraba, isn't it?
Yes, it's probably my favorite. Yeah, it's probably my favorite soundtrack. Yeah. Because I always think of like his Tales music, which is Tales music.
Although
is kind
I didn't play by Kaitos. Oh my god, I cannot pronounce it. But I did hear some music from it, and I do remember really liking the style of music this game had.
Wasn't there a song in Smash?
Yeah.
Is there?
I think there is.
I was actually going to say that earlier. I was going to ask you guys. So yeah, I think there is.
Oh my gosh. I was
going to say, though, my best memories of Baten Kaitos was I was a GameCube owner, and also I couldn't own any other consoles because I only had enough money for the GameCube. And one of my memories of Baten Kaitos was like looking at how cool the box art was on the shelf in like game stores, and thinking about picking it up so many times, but not knowing. And then it was that combined with. I used to get Nintendo Power, and that game had a lot of coverage in Nintendo Power back when, and I remember looking at screenshots and being like, oh my gosh, this game looks just like insane. Like, the graphical style of it is something I've not seen in any other video games and such, and I remember seeing like trailers play on store kiosks and things like that, and how like otherworldly and just out there everything in that game looked, and it was always like fascinating to look at. But I never got around to picking it up because I guess just, the amount of money I had and the amount of games that I was prioritizing because of how little that was to spend on games at the time. But yeah, I would very much look forward to seeing this game come back out, re-release, and playing it now.
Yeah. That brought back like vivid memories for me of seeing it advertised in Game Informer back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I used to see it. I used to see it in Game Informer. I would even see it in like store ads too. But I didn't play it at the time because I actually didn't have a GameCube until very late. In fact, the only time I was actually able to play GameCube games was when I got my Wii.
Same here, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was kind of turned off from it at first because it was a card-based battle system, and I'm not really a huge fan of those. Though, to be fair, my experience with card-based battle systems is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and
I know
that's kind of like...
I'm a little...
and I know multiple people have told me that like that's probably one of the worst examples of that sort of battle system. So I'm willing to give Baten Kaitos another chance.
I think like the first game, I think in Origins it's a much better system because each character gets their own separate decks of cards, whereas in the first game you have everyone sharing the same deck. But either way, I think I really like this system and totally hope you guys get to try it out one of these days.
Yeah. I definitely, I don't play a lot of card-based battle games, but I definitely remember a few that I really like I would try at a friend's house and really like whenever I was younger or something like that. Like Lost Kingdoms, we played that multiplayer. That was pretty fun. I think that was what it was called.
That
was like
that was on GameCube, right?
Yeah, it was like an action card battler, and you got like 4 cards assigned to each slot, and you could basically summon monsters off them in real time, and they would do like their attack. It was really fun. Like I mostly played the multiplayer of it, but I had a lot of fun with that game. I haven't tried newer stuff like Slay the Spire or whatever, like things like that, but I know that in the roguelite genre, card battlers have gotten pretty popular again. So I could see this being like maybe bigger now than it was then.
It also sounds like such a good fit for the Switch too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The Switch is just made for long JRPGs anyways, so yeah.
As long as they have a fast save thing, that would be great.
Oh,
the only thing I ask if like old games being ported to new consoles, that they have a thing where you can save whenever.
Please.
We have the technology for save states. Let us have them.
Yes.
It'd be cool if they also implement a fast forward feature in it so that like you can speed past animations.
Yes. Yeah. That would be very helpful. And it's not detrimental, but if they were to like add any other things, I would hope they would redub the first game, because the first game's dub is really terrible, and like quality wise and like sound quality.
I did hear it, and it sounded like people were talking in tubes. It was a bit sad.
I think that's actually what turned me off from the game when I tried to start it.
Same when I saw someone playing it, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played through it, I turned off the voice acting like a few hours in, and I've played through it a second time when I was on RPG Fans podcast, and I suffered through it, and the voice acting just kind of like during like some of the more emotional moments, it just kind of ruins it. So, I mean, if they don't redub it, that's fine, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
Origins voice acting's good though. It actually was a vast improvement.
Also, I am all about like voice acting options. Like, I can understand that maybe some people might have nostalgia for the original voice acting. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, kind of like when people replay RE2 and they're like, I want the bad voice acting.
Yeah, I was. I was actually thinking of. I think it was some lines from Devil May Cry 2 or something, where it was
Maybe they could redub it, but give the option to have the old dub too.
Yeah.
Fair.
That would be funny.
That'd be great for like a popcorn playthrough.
Yeah, popcorn playthrough.
Yeah. That or, like, give us the Japanese dub. That would be fine.
Oh, well, yeah. With, like, modern games, it's so easy to implement multiple voices, tracks, that it'd be cool to have the Japanese one as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have the space now.
Yes, we do.
On our media.
We do. Let us download it.
We have the technology.
But then again, like, this whole thing is just really they trademarked it, but we don't know yet what they're gonna do with it. But, like, it'd be really cool if it's actually a remaster.
Back during the Xenoblade 2 DLC, I remember when Xenosaga 3 was trademarked, and everyone started to get really excited, and it was actually just because Telos was in Xenoblade 2, so, like, there's always the chance this is actually not that at all, and that would be really sad.
As long as it's not a pachinko machine.
Plot twist, it's actually an update for Xenoblade 2 all these years later, and the protagonist is now a blade. Congratulations, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, we get Callus as a blade.
Burned again.
Or he's a character in Smash.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that would be the most random thing.
Or
that
they're
would be
making a
wild.
Kaitos Patinko machine.
Yeah, that's why I said anything but pachinko machine.
Though I will say, if Baten Kaitos gets a remaster, it'll be kind of funny to see that get a remaster before Xenosaga.
Oh, it would be pain.
My heart
It would
would actually break.
I know all the Xenosaga fans are going to be screaming if that happens.
Well, maybe if it sells...
2
I'll be screaming with my money to tell them, please make Xenosaga 2.
Yeah, I mean, if it does well enough, maybe that'll lead to a Xenosaga HD collection. But
sign me up for 50.
just a port of the PSN or something.
I would literally just take a port at this point. Just a flat port. Something. Please.
Like, flat port to multiple
Some
places
easy way I
would be
can
great.
tell my friends to go play this game.
Even if it's PS4 exclusive from some weird mess, I'll take it. I'll take it. Just give me something, please. Please.
Yeah. So, I guess, should we move to our next point?
Alright, well, I guess kind of our last point.
Yeah.
So, this is also another thing that could be just a rumor, could be, well, just be, you know, not leading into anything, but there was a recording of an orchestra. Do we know, what was the name of that orchestra again?
God. I don't have the article in front of me.
Yeah, that was on Facebook, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, but it was reposted here.
Yeah, it was a orchestra that had a recording for a Japanese game.
It was called Sorry, I was going to say it's called the Bratislava Symphony Orchestra.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, so that... The interesting about that was that Yasunori Mitsuda commented on their post, so it seems like he might have done a recording with them.
Yeah, he said... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, he said, it was pretty rad, thanks bruh. No, he said it was a great recording session, thank you very much.
So, translates the same, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
They laid down those sick beats.
So I think the news on here is that Yasunori Mitsuda is on Facebook, and there we go.
It is interesting, though. I don't know how... I wasn't paying attention 2017 to all this stuff, so this could be someone saying it and everyone else just agreeing. The timeline apparently does match up with when Xenoblade 2's soundtrack was recorded, so that would be interesting if it is something related to that.
Oh, and it was a choir-only recording, and he does love his choirs and Xeno games.
He does.
It seems.
Yeah.
To be a fly on the wall in that
Speculation.
recording session.
Yeah.
Plot twist, it's actually Xenoblade X3 because they had to get rid of Sawano.
Oh.
I mean, it's probably going to happen anyway, sadly.
Oh, I'm gonna miss Sawano if they did that.
No, I didn't like that.
I mean, Mitsuda would do a good job. He'd try his best.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all do a good job. I'm just, it's like, I would want some more Sawano music in video games. It's just really good for, especially like the style of game that X was, it's just a really good fit.
His music works very well with mech.
It's a very crucial part of the aesthetic, I think.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it'd be weird to see Mitsuda try to match that aesthetic, but...
Or just try something entirely different.
He wouldn't do it, yeah. I don't think he would do it.
Or if we could get Kajiura back for a Xeno track, that would be great.
Please.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
But...
Her music is so good.
A girl can dream.
Yeah. But this, definitely there's some speculation to be had with this recording, so...
Wait, Mitsuda was also a Xenosaga composer, correct?
Yes. He did episode 1.
And Xenogears.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 remastered, this time with more music.
Ooh, I don't want to get our hopes up after we just said we just want a bare bones port at this point, but like... oh no.
You're walking around the Waglinde and suddenly the trumpets from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire kick in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exciting.
Confirmed.
We really don't know what this is. It's exciting. It really is about time. It's been, 4 years since Xenoblade 2? It was 2017?
Yeah, but there was the
fast.
remaster of 1 in between that, but yes.
Wasn't that a separate, it's like, not like a separate studio, but a separate team in Monolith? I thought that the main team was working on something else.
Possibly,
I think I believe it was, I think they were working on Definitive Edition, Torna, and some other project at the same time.
They're also working on Breath of the Wild too.
I'll double check on that, but I believe that was the case.
What is it?
They're still working on Breath of the Wild too, as well. Yeah.
It's like May 16th. It's almost E3 time. I guess we'll see soon. Because especially if people's theory about like timelines matching up, Xenoblade 2 released in December. I don't think that would happen at this point. I don't think it's been revealed in time. But if it's supposed to be released sometime soon, like March 2020 or something like that, would be about now that we'd be saying it. So I guess we'll know in about a week or two.
We need to start manifesting for Monolith.
It is like right before... It is just before June with a bunch of E3 stuff happening.
And Nintendo is going to be at E3.
Yeah, stuff's going to be a little wild.
When is E3?
Right.
Exactly.
In June, I believe?
I think it's like June 5th. Something like that.
Like first or second week.
So soon.
It's very soon, yeah.
Soon.
You better get those summoning circles.
Oh, okay,
ready.
my bad. I'm a little bit off. June 12th through June 15th.
Yeah, it's usually mid-June.
Still pretty...
Still, that's relatively soon.
Yeah, that's still
you
really
can still get that summoning circle.
We may have Xenoblade 3
by your
in a
Xeno
month.
Shrine, boys.
So I just looked up E3, and did you guys know it's listed as non-profit filing status? Bullshit.
That, I have some thoughts on that, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another podcast.
Join me for my communism podcast starting next week.
Communism with Chris.
Well, definitely have some high hopes for E3, but I won't try to get my hopes dashed.
Yeah, because often we go into these game events hoping for something to be announced, and then there's nothing, and we get sad.
That's been me with Digimon Survive for like 3 years at this point, and I think we were supposed to get news on it like 2 months ago, and we've heard nothing. So yeah, I've learned to just no hopes, just go in and enjoy whatever comes out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, Digimon Survive. One day you'll exist.
If you've been a fan for Xenosaga, you've been kind of conditioned for disappointment at this point.
Yeah, after the Harada tweets, I've pretty much completely given up hope.
Yeah.
But
I'll
Xenoblade
take my
3...
Cosmos cameos.
I've seen
Cosmos and Xenoblade 3! Good idea. More cameos.
I mean, after Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I could see them keeping up that kind of thing where they're just like, oh, we're just going to keep on throwing these in.
Especially if it's a similar style or engine, they can just take the assets and bring it over.
There is a slight, and I mean slight chance, we'll see another Cosmos cameo relatively soon, because remember how in the Cosmos episode we mentioned how there's a baseball game where Cosmos is playable?
Oh, is there a new one coming out?
So they released a new one on the Switch like very recently. Cosmos isn't playable in that game, but there are other Namco characters in there. So if they make another one of those, maybe.
Or DLC.
Or DLC.
Hey, and if they do make a remaster of Baten Kaitos, Cosmos is in that game as a card that does nothing.
Is she still going to be a low-res PNG, though?
Just it's a PNG of a figure of Cosmos. That's the funny thing.
Wait, is it from the Orville Cosmos or the
No, this was before episode 2, so it was like I think it's the figure that was with the special edition of Xenosaga episode 1, maybe?
They just put a Crestmos in there.
Plot twist, they put in the Good Smile 2 Cosmos, and that's the only change that they make.
Actually, there is a picture of Makos in, like, I don't know if it was in Origins. I remember Pure posted a picture of it, because apparently Yasuyuki Hone thought the reaction to that figure was hilarious, so they put her in there. As like a painting or something.
I'm just waiting for Cosmos versus Donkey Kong.
Oh, don't mention Donkey Kong. We'll have to talk about all those rumors now. Don't mention that.
This isn't a Donkey Kong podcast.
It could be.
All right. So is there any other things you guys want to bring up, or anything else you want to...
I don't think so. I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah. At least for now.
All right.
For now.
Well, this is great. So yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Do you guys want to go around and real quick and like plug anything, or? I know, Chris, you wanted to plug something.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to get back into streaming. It's been a few months just because of personal circumstances. I'm trying to get back out there. So if y'all want, it's Glitch Nebulae on Twitter, or not Twitter, on Twitch. I'll send my link over so you can put it in the description because it's spelled a little weird. But I usually stream like Monster Hunter, Pokemon, the usuals. Maybe even Nier Automata. We'll see about that soon. So,
ooh, I'll definitely watch that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Jessi, do you want to plug anything? Well, I know there's one thing we could plug, but what would you like to plug?
So, in case you haven't heard the news, the Xeno Renaissance is happening, and it's happening over at godsub.net. We got a lot of great Xeno projects people are working on, discussion threads, so come over and join us at godsub.net. And if you have any interest in following me for some reason, my Twitter is @OridgeOxymoron.
Nice. All right. How about you, Justin?
So I've been streaming a lot on Retro Roulette. I've been playing the Double Summoner Raido Kuzunoha games. I beat the first one, and now I'm currently playing the second one. We're basically playing these games in May to celebrate the release of Nocturne HD. So yeah, tune in for those streams. And also yesterday we were at KogaraCon. They did a digital version of that event, and we hosted Tournament of Voices, and it was a blast. People had a lot of fun. It was really, really cool. I hope somebody recorded it. Hopefully KogaraCon recorded it, and then we can upload that on our YouTube. I know we did it for the Castle Point one that we did, and that's on YouTube. So go check out Retro Roulette. Anthony also has some new episodes up on that anyways. So yeah, so check out Tournament of Voices there. You can see the VOD. I think the VOD actually might even be on our Twitch. Let me check that real quick. Twitch. Is it on our Twitch? I don't think so.
I don't think they dual cast that one. I think it was just on
no,
the Kogara.
it was just on
I think it was like Kogara. Okay. But we'll let you know if we can get the VOD of that and we can upload it, and so that those of you who missed it, you can catch it. But otherwise that's everything going on with me.
Okay, cool. How about you, Mary?
Well, I'm kind of taking a bit of a break from cosplay because with no conventions, I don't exactly have motivation to work on many of them. So I'm mostly trying to get a bit more into streaming myself as well. But I'm slowly gearing up and stuff, and for now it's mostly like random streams every now and then whenever I have time for it. But I know that something Justin did not mention, I will join.
I know exactly what you're gonna say, and it just clicked. I was like, oh snap, I should mention that too.
I will join their Zelda marathon thing, and so will Nick, and so and Justin will be there too because he's part of Retro Roulette, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, we're all gonna stream on there. I think it's starting the 1st of June, right?
Yes, June 1st. So we're gonna be doing a Zelda marathon. Basically, we're gonna play as many Zelda games as we can play until the release of Skyward Sword HD. And we're gonna hopefully go in order. I know some games have to get switched, but for the most part, we're gonna go in order, and we're gonna feature each mainline Zelda game for 3 days on our channel. Whether the streamers finish them or not, we're just gonna have them showing for 3 days on our channel. We're still finalizing the schedule, so be on the lookout for that. That should be a ton of fun. We have a bunch of people in on it. We're gonna be playing a lot of really cool Zelda games.
Yes, it's gonna be cool. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. Like, not gonna lie, like I've never really been into a sort of streaming project like that, so it's exciting.
Nice.
But yeah, that's something to look up for, and I think I'm probably just gonna give my link to be posted underneath because my name's kind of long to spell. So
that's fair. I'll put it in the notes.
Sounds good.
All right. How about you, Nick?
Well, as Mary said, I will also be part of that, and I'll be streaming. It's looking like I'm going to be streaming a few Zelda games through that, but mine will probably be later in the lineup. But yeah, you should watch the whole thing if you're interested at all. And other than that, I've not been doing just a whole lot of stuff either. Of course, I've been helping Retro Roulette with a few small things, but nothing like big. Been doing some stuff for them a little. So yeah, there's not much else other than that, but I can also link my my Twitch for that. They'll be hosting all that, but we'll be using our own like individual channels for it, just to make things easier all around, I believe. So yeah, and I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head right now to mention bigger than that. So
all right,
I will leave you with that.
Cool. All right, thanks, guys. As for me, I don't really have too much. I've been editing the podcast, and working on articles with RPG Fan, so I don't have a lot to share. I do want to work more on some of my other Xeno-related projects, but I'm bad at time management. But hopefully I'll get some stuff off the ground. Trying to be as vague as possible. Anyway, so yeah, this has been our round 2 of our news coverage for anything Monolith Soft and Xeno related. As far as our main series, the next episode that should be coming out, hopefully by the end of the month, will be our Dixon episode. And then just in time for Father's Day, we'll have our Baddie Daddies episode. I mean, bad Xeno dads with a few good Xeno dads, but we'll have an episode dedicated to them later on.
You absolutely have to call it Baddies Daddies. I'm sorry. You can't get out of
that. Yes, the episode will be Baddies Daddies. Yeah, and then we do plan on recording a villain episode, but we haven't gotten to it yet, but hopefully we'll also be recording that soon. But if you guys have any more suggestions or critiques or corrections, feel free to message us on Twitter at XenoChat Podcast or at our Gmail account, XenoChatPodcast@gmail.com. Again, thanks for listening, and thanks everybody for joining me today to discuss this stuff. So, have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.